one glass in, you're already on my mind. When it gets late, I always realize that I need you. Are you thinking about me tonight? It's no secret, all my friends already know. There's no reason to hold it back, I let it show. All my feelings, are you thinking about me tonight? Your hands around my waist, just let the music play. Like a drug, I am hooked on you. Sweeter than summer wine, baby, just hold me tight. Like a drug, I am hooked on you. And that makes me say, oh man, you make it feel like paradise. Goddamn, I think I'm gonna lose my mind. Oh man, you make it feel like paradise. Paradise. I'm taking a mental picture in my mind just to keep this moment till the end of time. 'Cause I know that it might be over after tonight. So before I change my mind, your hands around my waist, just let the music play. Like a drug, I am hooked on you. Sweeter than summer wine, baby, just hold me tight. Like a drug, I am hooked on you. And that makes me say, oh man, you make it feel like paradise. Goddamn, I think I'm gonna lose my mind. Oh man, you make it feel like paradise. Paradise. Say the sweet, give it to me.
Hey, hey, hey.
Hey,
How are you?
good. How are you doing?
Good. Welcome,
Thank you,
everyone.
thank you. Look, thank you.
Well, yeah, just me and you right now, girl. How's your week been?
Um, it's been busy. I'm actually moving this week, so I've just been trying to pack and get everything situated.
Gosh, everyone's moving, it seems like.
I know, and I feel like this is a terrible time to be moving in the winter, basically, but
Are you excited about moving? Like,
yes.
are you like different area,
No,
far? Like, what's?
I'm still be like, is the music still playing?
Mm-mm, I don't think
Why do
so.
I hear the music playing?
Maybe you have, maybe YouTube open somewhere.
No.
I don't think so.
Wait, hold on, let me see.
Okay, it's just me for now. Really excited about our conversation tonight. So, hope everybody comes on in or at least watches the replay while we wait for Big Al. She's definitely going to have to talk about the holiday eating and the foods because that is not my cup of tea. But
Okay, there we go. That was so weird.
awesome.
I've never had that happen before. That was so weird. It was
Wonder
literally
what
like
was
the theme
wonder what was
song.
going on.
I don't know.
So you said you're going to be in the same area?
Yeah, I'm gonna be in the same area, probably like 10 minutes from where I'm at, but it's a much bigger apartment with way more space. So
Oh,
I'm
that's so
excited
fun.
about that. Yeah. And I'm
Oh,
gonna have
that
an
is.
island in my kitchen, and I'm really excited about that.
Oh, I bet that was like a must. Like it was on probably the top of your list, right? Like a place had to
Yeah.
have.
Yeah, this place, it checked off everything on my list except for a fireplace. So I was like, I can't be stubborn about a fireplace. But I got really spoiled. I did one of my old apartments had a fireplace in it, and I absolutely loved it.
Oh,
Like a
that's
wood burning
cool.
fireplace. Yeah. So
I feel like that's not common. I mean, I don't
it's
know.
not because it's really,
Probably
quite frankly,
risk.
dangerous because humans are humans. And I'm not gonna lie, like I had never used a fireplace before, and we did have a fireplace in my house growing up, but no one was cleaning out like the chimney to be able to use it. So
Yeah, like I wouldn't even know what the upkeep
where to start?
entails. And
Yeah.
I would not trust my sorry, but I would not trust my neighbors. I volunteered with the Red Cross for a while, and I mean, unless you're with the Red Cross, you don't really know, but we responded to a bunch. Well, the majority of it was house fires because, we're not near bodies of water or anything like that. And it just it changed how I see the winter and apartments and like, everyone have a plan. Just so you know, just have a plan, especially if you have animals. That was devastating, but yeah. So sorry, but anyway, I know. But
Yeah.
that's so exciting though.
Yeah, but so yeah, the first time I did burn it in the old apartment, there was like the little shutter door, whatever that you're supposed to turn the knob and open up so that the chimney is open and the smoke will go out. I did not do that because I didn't know that was a thing, and so I'm like, this is nice, but the apartment was getting so smoky. I'm like, maybe it's because it's the first burn. I'm like, nope,
Get
this
that
is really,
heater
really
on with
smoky. So my boyfriend, he comes in, he's like, did you turn the thingy thing? I'm like, the who?
I know.
And so he turns
Oh,
it, and
God
then
bless.
I'm like, oh, well, definitely was about to die from carbon monoxide poisoning, but
I wouldn't know that either, though. Like, that's
I
like
had no
those times
clue.
where it's like, I'm impressed that you knew that because I did not know that. But real quick, hello to Lady Navoa and Queen Smiley. Queen Smiley says that Sam's Club has one that looks really nice. It's electric. What did she say? Buggy, uggy, uggy. You should
Yes,
get
so
it.
that's what I'm looking for now, an electric fireplace, and I'm gonna put that in the living
Oh.
room. Yeah, I saw too, like they have the fireplace TV stands, which I thought were really nice.
Oh, yeah, I think I've
But
seen
thank you for
those.
Sam's Club because I definitely have a membership, and I didn't even think about them, and they probably have a really good deal on those fireplaces.
Oh, you know what? I just looked up. I don't know what this toy is, but it came up. It's Huggy Wuggy, and that is not what I did not mean to type that. I meant to. I didn't. I just copied the chat anyway. Oh, that's so fun. I'm definitely you have to post pictures. I'm sure you will, but I just
Yeah, I'm
love
so
house
excited. I
stuff.
can't wait. I know, me
So,
too.
are you
Excited.
cooking? What are you doing for the holiday?
For
Business and
Christmas, yeah.
otherwise.
My dad is cooking for Christmas. I cooked dinner for
Yeah.
Thanksgiving, but my dad, he always cooks for Christmas. So I might make a dessert or two for the family, but he's adamant about cooking, and that is totally fine with
Right.
me. And then I'm gonna be doing some catering orders. I got a couple of catering orders for Christmas dinners. I have one really big catering order for a Kwanzaa event that I'm excited about. All of that before the new year.
Wow. Wait, so what?
So,
I'm
and I'm
sorry.
moving. So,
That's a lot. Queen Smiley. Oh, that's like the little noise that they make in the song. Yeah. Okay. Hey, Tyrus. Thank you. Thanks for coming and being in the chat and also for the super chat. I'm sure we're gonna hit you with something.
down, 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 down.
Right.
You will give me jam, baby. I ain't going nowhere. I'm chilling right here. Me and a rapper jam on the track, chilling with the pocket queen. Knowing you weren't expecting this, so not like this. Nah, nah. To the hook, now. Ain't that like when I sing freestyle? Yeah. Ain't that like when I do it 3 times? You ain't even do the best, You ain't even better this, The mic and the melody comes on, the rhythm to hold on. We can't let it go, no. Ooh, oh. Ain't that like when I do it 3 times? That's honey.
Thank you again, Tarus, and
Thank you.
shout out to
And
Mama
Merry
Carol.
Christmas to you too.
Yeah. Check out what Mama Carol said. Food related. I love what people come up with.
Oh yeah, that sounds That sounds really good. I know when I was little, my grandma she used to stay with some Cool Whip. Like that was always in the freezer, and she used to slice up. I remember she used to slice up like her peaches, and would just eat them
Mm.
with Cool Whip. And I used to, as a kid, I'm like, what is that? But then when I started tasting it, because kids just want everything that you eat, and I'm like, oh, this is so good.
Oh, yeah, it's like and then you cannot go back after that. Like, oh, I love Cool Whip. But so what are your catering orders? What are people I mean, I'm sure you come up with a menu, right? But what are people
Yeah.
getting?
So yeah, I do holiday specials for Thanksgiving. The main, like the big thing was turkey wings, and then the sides, and then for Christmas the main the star is Cornish hen. It'll be a buttermilk brined Cornish hen. Um,
What is
and then
that? It sounds so
Cornish hen,
fancy.
it's
Yeah.
literally just like a baby, what is it? A baby hen. It's like oh, I
I
can't, like,
don't
it's, wait, hold
I don't
on.
get
Look,
out
just
much.
wait, hold on, wait.
I cannot. I'm sorry, guys. Like, I just don't know. I don't know anything. I
It's
think it's
okay.
food related.
It's okay. It's
Mama,
literally, oh,
no, go ahead.
chicken. It's literally it's a baby chicken. I said hen, but it's
Oh, I thought you said
yeah.
yen. I was like, oh,
What is a
that's so
yen? No, Cornish
cute.
hen.
I don't. Oh, that's so cute. I love little things.
I
A
know.
Cornish hen.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry. Gosh. Okay. All right. So what does that all entail? What are you putting in? What are you
So
putting in it?
yeah,
I want
we're
to know all the
doing
things.
Cornish hen. I'm getting like cross between the Thanksgiving menu and the Christmas menu, but I'm pretty sure it's Cornish hen, mac and cheese. I
Mm.
think green beans or green or collard. You know what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. You
Green
good.
or collard greens, green beans or collard greens. Okay, with smoked turkey. Um,
Ooh.
sweet potatoes, sweet potato
Ooh.
cornbread, and then
Ooh.
it comes with I do these peach cobbler puddings. We talked about that a few episodes back.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, I do like the little mini jars, and then everybody gets one.
Oh
So
my gosh. I'm
yeah.
that's just
Then I got
oh my gosh.
somebody, they ordered some lamb chops. They real fancy. I'm like, okay, girl. I got somebody else ordered a roast. I'm like, yes, I love roast.
Oh my
But
god. I am just so impressed like because I just really don't know like anything and it's just like good you go because in like one of these days I'll learn. But anyway,
yes,
um
yes, yes,
what
yes.
about
And
your
I'm gonna help
family?
you. I'm gonna help
I
you.
know. I'm gonna
I
need a
got
lot of freaking
you.
help. What's your family having? What's your dad cooking?
Usually my dad is the one that got me started on Cornish hen, and it was so funny because when I was little and he first started cooking them, I'm like, what a hen? I'm like, what is that? What is this?
Right.
And he made it, and I was like, oh, it's just a baby chicken. But the name
I did
sounds so like you're like a hen.
I know, and then it's like making me like think twice, you know. I mean, there was this TikTok that my guy showed me, and it was a prank that wait, did I hopefully I didn't already share this. Did I share this?
No, I don't think
I can't
so.
remember who I share these stories with, but anyway. So it was just a guy pranking his wife and for Thanksgiving, and he had like a big turkey and then a little turkey, and he was like, "Look, it was pregnant," and she was like, "Oh my gosh," you know, and I was like, "Wait," and then
No.
he was like, "What's funny about this?" And I'm like, "That's a trick question." So I don't even know hen, like whatever. I don't know any of that stuff. Like, but it's interesting. Like I don't know. Wait, but what is it? But what is it though? It's just a
It's literally
baby little.
chicken. Yeah, it's a baby chicken. I
I
don't know
know, I
why.
figured that's sad, but, you know,
I mean,
I'm just not gonna think about it.
you know,
I just
what's the baby cow that everybody
uh,
loves? I can't think of
oh,
it.
veal, right?
Yeah, veal. I don't think
Yeah.
I've ever had veal. That's not a common meat to find in the stores, not the stores I go to anyway, but I don't think that I want to eat a baby cow, although I heard that it's really, really good.
I don't I'm sure
But
oh
I've never
gosh, I
tried
don't
it.
even people
I've
don't,
never
like,
tried it.
don't roast me in the chat, people, I just don't know, like, what yeah, I don't know.
I
I
mean,
tried to, like I
The
just don't
different
want to eat
meats and like the different body parts that people consume, it gets heavy. Luckily, we keep it pretty simple here in the US of A. But
Cody is king of the chat says, baby creatures.
baby creatures, yay.
I just, I guess one could say like morally, I'm still eating meat, so like I'm not gonna say that I don't eat meat because I do, but yeah, whatever. Past that,
Right.
anyway.
You take the eggs before they even hatch.
I
So
know. Yeah, they just don't lay on them, right, or something, or they do lay. No, they don't lay on them,
I don't
right?
know. I feel like they just go in there and be like scooch, excuse me, and take their eggs and keep it
I
pushing.
I don't know. Mo C says go on a carnivore diet. I actually have done that. I'm not a huge, again, meat eater, but sorry, I was trying to delete this person. But and it felt amazing. That's a story for another time. So I have actually done that. Anyway, so
I feel
Mark,
like that would be a good diet because especially if you're consuming meats high in protein, you probably would feel really good.
yeah, and you're not eating anything else. You're not eating carbs. Carbs make me incredibly sleepy. You're not eating
Yeah.
sugar. And it fills you up.
I feel
You
like you'd
don't
have
have
to
to
drink
eat
a
as
lot of
much.
water though.
You do. You have like meat sweats and stuff like that. But I don't know. Like some people
Ugh.
are. Yeah.
That
Well,
sounds like it stank. No,
I feel
don't
like
be
you have to
sweating
eat.
meat out your
I'm
pores
just.
over by
I'm
me.
just kidding.
That
That
sounds
does sound really gross.
stanky.
That does sound really gross.
Ugh.
But some people eat the organs and stuff, and I don't really like fatty meat. So
I don't
like
like
people.
liver. Mm-mm. I'm not eating
No.
that. Chitlins. I'm not eating that. Pig feet. I'm not eating that. I don't like none of that. I don't like none of
I
that.
no.
I don't like none of that. And it's crazy because I think like pig feet, especially, I think that was something that more of the OGs cooked because I don't really see people making, especially up north. I don't really see people making
I was
pig
gonna
feet
say, I
anymore.
feel like
But
is that a southern thing?
well, when I was little, our family used to have it at the house, and I remember lifting up the pan and kind of going like, I'm like,
Right.
what
What
the
is
fuck
this?
is this? I'm like, no, I don't want none of that.
I know, God, that'd be
I don't want none.
traumatizing.
And then I'm looking at I remember looking at the chitlins like, and why they smell like that? I don't put that on my plate. I don't want that either.
I just
Mm-mm.
can't. I just can't. I need to get over it one of these days.
Talking about
But
hot sauce. There's not enough hot sauce in the world to make me eat pig
yeah.
booty.
Real quick, guys. I want to say this because I want to drop in and make you guys laugh. I am from the South, and when we hit the hog in the head, because you didn't want to shoot him for lead purposes, but when you hit him in the head with a sledgehammer, the pig made it really. The sound of the pig is like this. When you hit the pig, and the pig is out of there. Y'all have a good night.
I can't, Barbara. I
I'm not watching
knew
that.
I
I
knew
wouldn't watch
he
that.
would.
I'll be in the house. Let me know when dinner is ready.
My mind is already going to like there's different like what is it
I can hear the pig screaming.
yeah. I like isn't I don't even want to go there, so we're just gonna change the subject. But would you say there's anything you would suggest of things to maybe swap out that people usually eat during the holidays that they could maybe make some substitutions? What do you think?
That's funny because my dad is like the cleanest eater that I know, even
Oh,
down
that's
to the
awesome.
seasonings. Like he'll look at me like, Allison, like the smoked turkey that I put in the greens and stuff. He's like, you need to make me my own batch without the smoked turkey. He like, you could put fresh turkey in there, but he's like, it's got all those chemicals and sodium, and I'm like, sir. So he really gives me like a fresh perspective on ideas. Like I kind of take like kind of some of his ideas and I like enhance them because his are a little bit too just simple for me. I'm a little bit more intricate, but the Cornish hen is a really good substitute for me. Just period. I mean, of course, turkey is a good is a leaner meat. However, a lot of the times people don't want to make a whole turkey, and if it's just a family having a small dinner, you may not want
Right.
an entire turkey. The Cornish
Right.
hens are nice because if you got 4 people, you can make 4 Cornish hens, cut them in half. It's enough for today and tomorrow because everyone loves their
Mm.
to-go plates. You don't have to worry about carving no turkey, fitting no turkey in the refrigerator and doing
Right.
all that stuff. So, and it's a healthier option. And I mean, you can fry them, but I usually bake them. And so, of course, that's always a better way of cooking. I haven't tried to grill them, although I'm pretty sure you could. I'm sure that'd be good too.
Probably smoke them too,
Or
I'm sure, right?
yeah, oh, that would probably be really good. Or take, the meat out. I've seen some people do like a seafood dinner.
Oh,
Yeah, kind
like
of
a
like the
broil thing?
yeah, they put like the paper towel on the table. I'm not the paper towel, the
The
newspaper,
Yeah,
and just
I have
dump it all out. I think
yeah.
that's it because you're not gonna have nothing left over. It's not gonna be anything left over, and it's an easy cleanup. Make it easier on yourself. Although once you start getting into some of those seafood butters, you kind of lose a little bit of the health benefits of the seafood, depending on what you're putting in it. But you
Yeah,
know,
that's
um,
true. What
yeah.
else?
But instead of like candy yams, because I mean I know that we all love them, but they're literally just butter and sugar. And I put cream in mine also, so it's just fat on fat on
Mm,
fat.
right.
My dad, he will slice up sweet potatoes, apples, and I believe it's cranberries that he puts in there. And when I first saw it, I was like, where is the yams? But when I tasted it, it was really, really good. He seasons it up with like cinnamon and nutmeg. And
Ooh.
it kind of reminds you of the spiced apples, but the sweet potatoes in there, they add like another element of texture. And so they just
Ooh.
really blend together really
Ooh,
well. And
that
that's a
sounds
nice, yeah.
super good. Oh my gosh, my guy would
Yeah.
love that. Oh
Yeah,
my
it's really
gosh.
good.
Ooh.
I think that I might have to make some.
So what
Yeah.
led to and after this, guys, we're going to be talking about goal setting. And if I want us to kind of drop the link early, so if people want to come up and goal set, but side note though, so what made your dad like get into really eating clean and being really conscious of what's in things?
Yeah, so my dad is in his 70s. He'll be 74 in
Mm.
April. And he grew up in Alexandria, Virginia.
Mm.
And like my grandma literally had a farm in her backyard. And so she would, she the dry seasonings were almost non-existent outside of salt and pepper. Everything was seasoned with vegetables from the garden
Mhm.
and things of that. It was from scratch cooking. So
Right.
that's what he grew up on, and that's what he knows, and that's what
That's
he continued
amazing.
to cook off of. On top of that, my dad, he has really sensitive sinuses. Like he
Mm.
can't eat like a lot of processed meat or smoked meat that is infused
Mm.
with all that salt. He will like swell up, and I mean
Oh my
like
gosh.
like it's bad. So
Wow.
that also kind of forced him to a healthier lifestyle too.
That's amazing though. I'm sure his body's like so used to it too, right? I mean, if he's been
Yeah.
eating, you know, a small amount, if at all, sodium, I'm guessing.
Yeah, he does not play around with the salt. And it's funny because we were talking about how we get older and our stomachs start, acting different and we can't eat the same things we used to eat. And he's sitting there laughing at us. He like, I don't know what y'all going through. He's like, I'm hungry every morning. I eat every day. He
He's
laughing at us. I'm like,
he's doing it right. I mean, I it's almost like I'd rather start early, of course, like that's how he grew up and it's like wow,
yeah.
we eat a bunch of junk in
We
this
do.
country.
And
That's for
he's one of
dang
those
sure.
houses you go over the refrigerator, you go in the refrigerator, it's literally just fruits and vegetables. And then
Wow.
he's got like the brown rice, even like the cornbread mix he uses I think it's pronounced Prestige,
Yeah.
not Jiffy. Because that one is
Yeah.
non-GMO. It doesn't have any artificial ingredients
Oh,
in it.
I like
Yeah,
Christmas pancakes, yeah.
yeah, and he makes their lemon bars too.
Oh my gosh, wow.
Yeah, he don't play around. Even when he makes his brownies, and he usually will use like the Ghirardelli, I think that's how you say
Mhm.
it, the batter.
Ooh, yeah.
Um, He's putting walnuts in there, cranberries in there.
Oh my gosh. Oh, like don't mess them up. Just the chocolate. But I
But they're
wish like
really good. I love
I
them.
bet
I
they
love them.
are. I bet they are. Like I feel like my palate is like it's just not sophisticated because I don't give it sophisticated things. But I'll get there. I'll get there, guys. I
Yeah.
promise. Like just
It's
don't.
don't feel bad because my brother, he grew up in the same house as we did. And for the longest, he would not eat anything that was not tan or fried, tan and or fried. We like, you want some green? No. You want some green? No. You want some fruit? No. Some salad? No. Like literally
Oh
at the
my
family
gosh.
dinners, we'd have all of these,
Like,
plate just overfilled with just all a bunch of stuff. And he
yeah.
would literally have fried chicken, mac and cheese, and bread and
That's
potatoes.
me. That is freaking me. I cannot. But is he still like that?
Um, kind of, but he will try things once now. Like, and if he doesn't like it, he won't like it. But his palate is starting to grow. But I think with him it was more of a mental thing. I think that
That's how I
he just,
am.
yeah, because like I remember one time my mom made us some cookies and cream smoothies with some Oreos. And
Mm.
I watched her make them, so I knew what was in them, but he didn't watch. And so he's drinking it. And he's like, "Oh, this is good." He's enjoying himself. And I'm like, "Ha ha ha!" She put bananas in them, and he immediately was like, "Oh no, take this back. I don't want nothing to
Yeah.
do with this."
It's
And
it's
my mom was so
sometimes
pissed at me.
like right. Well, that's how you know. And can't you put like avocados in like
Yeah,
smoothies and stuff? I mean, I haven't done that, but that's just what I've heard because I
my
don't like
boyfriend is the
avocados.
same
But
way. He'll watch me making it. Like, I'm not about to drink that, and I'm like, "Yeah, you are. Yeah, you are. Don't worry."
then you're
And it's funny
surprised.
because, yeah, I'm like, I've made this for you before. You just haven't watched me make it, because once you blend, like, you just have to know what fruits and vegetables blend with each other. Some people just be trying to throw the whole kitchen sink into the blender. That's not. Don't nobody want to eat that. You got to find stuff that goes together.
Yeah, like compliments each other.
Yeah.
So we're going to Blackman already dropped the link in the chat. Otherwise, I'm just gonna keep asking big out questions because I'm so fascinated, and also too, like I think it's just amazing. So we're gonna talk goal setting, and we're gonna talk about a process that I teach my clients, but really more so just in general why goals are important. So if you want to come up, and ask any questions or talk about your goals, come on up, hit the link, or if you have any comments or whatever, you can come up, join the conversation. Thanks everyone who is watching. Make sure you like the video, subscribe if you haven't already. So, do you have any goals for the new year?
Yes, I'm not going to go into too much detail.
Yeah, for sure.
But I am going to be switching the direction of my business. So I'm going to be closing at the beginning of the year, just for a short while I get ready for this next chapter. And so I've kind of like got all my blueprints together.
So you're keeping the other chapter on the down low?
Yes, I don't
Okay.
want to announce it yet. There'll be a big announcement.
Oh, I'm
And you know what? I
excited.
might actually announce it on the show. That'll be cool.
Oh shoot!
Yeah,
Okay.
because everybody's always on like Instagram Live, but I might drop it for y'all. But it's coming. It's coming.
Okay. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited for you. So, do you have a goal that's general that goes along with it, or?
Yes, I think one thing that I really want to focus on, not even just necessarily for the new year, just in general, is establishing and respecting my boundaries, because I still struggle with that. Like, I don't know why I feel the need to do things that I don't want to, or do things that even sometimes feel inclined to agree with things that I don't necessarily agree with. I really just like to avoid confrontation. Like, that's not my steez. But in doing so, sometimes I compromise my boundaries. So that's something that I want to work on You know, that's a goal that I have for myself. Take 10 pounds down, don't move,
Okay.
don't budge, you know.
Okay.
So
So with that, and Mama Carol says her goal is getting closer to the Lord Jesus, which I think is amazing. That was actually like has been a goal of
drop
mine,
kick me, Jesus.
and this year I definitely, that is one thing I feel confident about that I did work on. And honestly, when you put it out there, I met someone at my old job that like connected me with someone else just by talking about it. It had been on my heart. And they connected me with someone, and we formed like a discipleship, and then I have never felt like closer, like from learning the word, like actually reading it. I went to Catholic schools, and I really didn't know. I didn't know scripture really, or
Yeah.
like there's just so much that I didn't know. Plus, I probably didn't pay attention. So, you
Is it more
know,
like a modern approach, or is it
it's
kind of
it,
classic still?
it's still like classic. Like it's basically earlier in the year we just took Mark and just read a chapter a week and just discussed it, and now we're going through a workbook that it has you read different verses, and it kind of goes along with like what it looks like to be a disciple, like to practice, like to be rooted, you know, to worship, to like redemption and all. It was just so, it was so amazing, and like I am just so thankful for um the just putting it out there and having people connect me with her.
Nice.
So Queen Smiley says, oh, she said that's a daily goal she struggles with. Hey, he's got us though. I always just ask him. I mean, I always feel bad because I'm like, oh, I didn't do this, I didn't do that, but okay. Mo, how's it going?
Hey, how's it going, ladies? How are you guys tonight?
Good.
We are good. How are you doing?
I'm doing good, doing good. I'm loving the channel right now. I'm loving this goal setting. So I really appreciate you guys having me on tonight.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So just about to get into goal setting, and if you're comfortable, do you have a goal that you want to set for the new year? And we can, if you're okay with it, we can kind of walk through the process.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Okay.
One of my main goals is to buy a house. That's going to be one of my main goals. Right now, I've been saving a lot of money, looking into dividends and compound interest, trying to find out how I can make the most out of my savings. The second goal I have is to get back into the gym, because honestly, I am in the worst shape of my life. I'm going to be real about that. So
Okay.
that's going to be one of my other goals. You know, it's just a tedious process, but that's going to be one of my main goals. It's just to buy a house. The second goal is just to get back to where I was when I was 21.
Okay. So, and I'm going to talk a little bit about this approach too, but I want you to pick one goal just for like with us, for example, like one goal that's going to be, of course we have health goals, relationship goals, financial goals, whatever. But what's your main focus? Like, what's your big goal, would you say?
I think the big focus is definitely the house.
The house. Okay.
Mhm.
So, have you written your goal down?
Yes.
All right. Okay. And what made you want to write it down? Yeah. What made you want to write it down?
Really, you were talking about reading something about discipleship. I have a book on spiritual leadership, and every leader should have a list of things that they want to do in terms of their goal, and to have the foresight to think about the worst case and the best case scenarios. So I kind of have it in the thought process. I wrote some stuff down to think, what if this happened? What if that happened? What are the steps that I have to take? So it'll be like 1, 2, 3, 4. What do I have to do in those steps? So
Yeah.
all it is just for me is I'm writing everything down. I do have like other aspirations I want to do, but those are minor aspirations, like going to Florida and stuff like that, trying to visit family over there. The main aspiration is definitely the house.
Okay, that's amazing. And that's something that the first thing is everyone in the chat audience, me, Big Al, Mo, but you already wrote them down. It's important that you write your goals down, because if you don't, they're basically just vague ideas.
Mhm.
They're not actually goals. And when you put it on paper, that's really powerful, because it's now something that exists, if that makes sense. It's not just a idea now. It's physical almost. It has a level of possibility now. Even if like we don't even know the how and all that, and we'll get to that, but
Mhm.
that's awesome. So definitely important that you write it down. And then also the biggest thing that I want to kind of explain is why we need goals. Why do you guys think we need goals?
You can start off, Big Al.
Well, I mean, there's always room for growth, and there's always something to learn. There's always another level. You can always get better at something. If you're content with being stagnant, that's probably going to eventually get kind of miserable. You have to have something to look forward to. You have to have something that you're working towards, you aspire to be, or something that inspires you. For your overall health, I mean, I just think that if you're not dreaming, what are you doing? If you're not planning, if you're not executing, what are you doing? That just seems like a really depressing kind of lifestyle. Who just is like, yes, I'm completely happy with my life. There's nothing else that I would change. Everything is exactly how I want it to be.
Right. Exactly.
And granted, we'll probably never get to that point, but
For
that's
sure.
my point. There's always things that we can work on and improve and make it so that, we can enjoy our life just a little bit better. We can be proud of ourselves. We can clap for ourselves. We can congratulate ourselves. We can say, I did this. Like those are things that you need. I think those are essential.
Yeah, that you're right on the money with that one. What about you, Mel? What do you think? Hey, Dusto.
I think
Hey, what's
for
going on?
me, in my humble opinion, it's a good way for you to learn and to grow as a person, because you never stop learning. I think also setting goals would actually help you learn new things. Like I never learned anything about compound interest or dividends until I started looking into this stuff. And the more you have knowledge, the more you could pass it on to the next generation. I think also you don't want to be content with the same old thing, because if you take it for granted, it could be gone just like that. So that's why I don't become content with where I'm at. I try to set another goal and try to set more standards, so that way if when I achieve it, okay, what's the next level?
I
You
hope you
can't be
take
contented.
time.
So a lot of people do.
You take time to celebrate, though, right? Like that you did that.
Yeah,
Okay.
you take time to celebrate.
All right, I was gonna
You take
say.
time to celebrate.
And then we get back to work.
I don't.
Right. But we don't like
Right, but
dwell in the celebration. We're like, all right, what's next? But yeah, okay. I was gonna
yeah,
say, because
yeah.
you're feeling good. You have momentum. Dusto, are you there? Oh yeah, he's moving too.
Yeah, what's going on? Can y'all hear me? I'm in the
Yeah.
driveway.
Yes, we can.
Thanks for
Oh, cool.
joining. What do you think? What would you have a goal for the next year?
Absolutely, I do.
What
I
is
got a
it?
few of them.
Find a wife? I was kidding.
That is one of them. Find a
Okay.
find a wife, become happily married. Won't accept
The
anything
key
else.
word is happily. I know
Right.
that's right.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
Okay.
I want to get down to 180 pounds, and I want to be 10% body fat.
All right. You have to pick one though. I don't know if you heard me tell
So
Mo. You have to focus on one main
if I had to
goal.
pick one, it'd be 10% body fat. Also want to be bilingual.
That you keep going. You Ray J won't wishing it.
Oh, one goal ain't gonna do it. No, one goal ain't gonna do it.
No, like
About
one
15,
main.
about 7.
Well, you'll have byproducts. Like when you're. So let's say if your main goal is the wife, who is, and we'll get to this later, who is that going to require you? Who are you going to have to be to achieve that? What are you going to have to do to achieve that? And I'm sure some of those things are going to be keeping up with your fitness, and you'll probably be even more driven than you already are, because maybe you meet some honey and you're like, oh, I gotta get really lean. You know what I mean? So it's like you have byproducts anyway.
I guess possibly, because as I get slimmer and trimmer, and then intermittent fast, because I'm gonna have to put some work on that fantastic body of hers. So I'm gonna have to get slim and trim.
Frank can.
But I
No,
mean,
well, you have other goals too, but just like one big goal, like that you focus
just
on.
one. The goal is to win.
I can't. That's that. You're such a.
No, I got on my vision on my board. I got like 6, 7 goals. It's bilingual, 1 mile and 6. I think I had 6:15 up there, but now I'm pushing 6 minutes, 180 pounds. I just bought a house. I actually closed today. I'm moving in tomorrow.
Oh yeah, congrats about that, by the way.
Congratulations, yeah, exciting.
Yeah, 23 converted to a month.
You're cutting out a little bit. You're cutting out a little bit.
Oh, 20. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Hello? Oh.
Yeah, I
Got to
can hear
convert it to a multifamily. That's the house. That's the house.
Oh
goal.
yeah.
Oh nice.
Then
okay.
Bilingual. Come on, you got to have about 15 goals. Can't have just one.
No, for sure. No, absolutely. I'm saying whatever goals, but what is one?
We're trying to dissect one goal.
Like
what is the main aspiration that you want to achieve
the next year? Like the next year, like you would really be sad, like something that you think about all the time. Because of course you're gonna be working on other things. I'm not saying that, but you don't want to consider all of these goals as like the same level of importance because then you're spread out everywhere. It's like, what is really the main one you really want? Does that make sense?
Well, the main
if
one
you had all your goals in the
spouse.
lineup and you could pick one out of the lineup right now and have it, the only one,
oh, that's
which
a good
goal
question.
would it be?
Yeah.
Oh, I'd pick the spouse.
The what?
Spouse. That's
what I thought, Dusto. That is what I thought. Okay. And you have that on your vision board, you said?
Yeah.
That's good. That's just like writing it down also. Big Al, I'm sure you have yours written down because you have the blueprints or whatever you said. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I'm so excited. I can't wait to find out what is going on. Okay.
So protect your energy. There's no boundaries.
Ooh, I love that. Well, okay. Yep. So I'll be quick with this. You guys were all right with why we need goals. It's really 3 or 4 things that I kind of want to, I guess, highlight is your brain needs direction and supervision. If you don't have an outcome and something to focus on, it's going to be left, to do its own thing, and it's going to filter out things that probably may be important. What do you want it to filter out? So you want to have that be its focus. The next thing is you want to create your future instead of creating your past. Like you keep repeating the same thing if you are not intentional. Next thing real quick, because I want to talk about your guys' goals. You want to live a deliberate life and you go after what you truly want in your life. That includes, what do you want? Your goals, you have a clear idea. And then the last thing is, I can't remember where the last thing is. Anyway, the biggest thing is having a focus where you're being intentional and you're not just letting things pass you by. So next, when it comes down to writing your goals, something I want you guys to do, and everyone watching the replay, I want you to pick a time frame. Pick a time frame and notice that when you do that, we often overestimate what we can do in the short term and underestimate what we can do in the long term. So you have to be honest with yourself. Okay? So what your time frame is, that's what you want to pick when you're writing this down. So, and then it needs to be measurable. It's like the SMART or whatever goals. So how will we know when you've achieved your goal? Make sure it's in present tense. And it's very
Realistic.
specific. Yeah, exactly. Realistic. Yeah, exactly. Along with how are you deciding your time frame? So whoever wants to go, let's like talk about really refining this to make sure that it's in a time frame, it's measurable, so we know like how you'll or when you'll achieve it, and that it's in the present tense. Who wants to go? Oh yeah, Big Al can't go because hers is a secret for right now.
Yeah. That's why I'm like, I
Ah,
was trying to think. I'm like, is this another
No,
girl that I
you're
can
good.
use?
You're good. I
But-
forgot about that. Mo
So
or
now I
Dusto?
gotta change my goal to make it a
No,
fitness goal
no. And you know what? That is so perfect, Dusto.
because it's measurable.
Stay with me. It's measurable how you'll if you have a spouse.
what's up, Tyrus?
Hey,
A fitness
Tyrus.
goal is more measurable than a spouse.
No,
Hey guys.
see, Dusto. You know what's coming up for you right now? I think you're
Well,
starting to your brain is starting to freak out. Like, how am I going to do this? How's it going to be measurable? But it's okay. This is what it's supposed to do. You don't know the how yet, and that's okay. You
Mhm.
figure that out as you go, and you already
Mhm.
know that.
well, I can say measurable spouse is gonna be size.
I already
2
freaking
or
know.
4.
I already
She's gonna be
freaking
slim,
know.
slim in the gym.
I already freaking know. I can't stand you.
What?
Yeah. I'm just kidding.
That's
I know.
measurable.
I know how
So,
you.
right.
I know how you freaking are. You're so crazy. So, like, you would be able to measure it, and we would all know that you achieved it by what? A marriage license, or someone like
You'll see me cam up and you'll see
yeah. Wait, what
that'll
did you
be
say?
measurable.
You said what?
Huh? That's why I was trying to switch to the fit. You're asking how is
No.
it measurable. That's why I was trying to switch to the fitness goal because I use numbers.
Mm.
No. It's basically measurable. Like we can.
Because he got to
We
meet
know.
somebody first.
We know you
If
can
he-
achieve it.
But do he put a time frame on how long he has to meet somebody? Because I think that's what he's saying. Because what if he don't meet somebody within the time frame? Do you just set a new goal?
So this is what goals are for, because this is really going to push you to you're going to start figuring out, okay, I mean, obviously now we're really asking the questions, but we got to decide an overall time frame first, and then I mean, there's going to be like smaller goals within this big goal. One is going to be meeting someone. And then an obstacle might be that you'll have to strategize for is where, you
At
know?
the gym.
Well,
I
Walmart.
was thinking that's going to be to make sure she
Kill
cooks.
2 birds with 1 stone.
Honestly, that would make
No,
sense.
but
I'm about to say you got to pay attention to what's in her grocery cart because you ain't going to find me at Walmart. I ain't going to lie.
that's woman every
That's
day
funny.
that met in the grocery store or Walmart.
Or
Walmart
what?
used to be on fire. Used to be better than the club any day. Walmart used to be on
Walmart,
fire. Used to
oh
beat the
my
club
gosh.
any day. And grocery
That's like-
stores, oh man.
Okay.
I'm just
I'll
saying.
do that. You ain't gonna
Dusto.
find me in the club either.
Or should I look on it? Or
The
should I
club
look in
is
the
too
dust panels on the
expensive.
back in the back chat?
I
No,
can't.
What
no,
about the dust
don't
panels?
do the club,
The
man.
ones-
Don't do the
The ones
club.
yelling at the men.
Okay.
Maybe
Should I
an
look on
open
the
mic.
feminist?
Maybe go to an open mic night somewhere. You know, maybe the library.
What about
See,
the feminist
Dust,
dust panels on YouTube?
bookstore.
I can't. I can't. Dusto, the thing is though, and this is what happens for a lot of us, is we don't want to set goals because as soon as we set one, we start to feel uncomfortable because we don't know exactly how we're gonna do it. We
What's
feel
next?
doubt. And then since we don't know exactly how we're gonna do it, in feeling that doubt, then we just eliminate the goal completely, but then we don't get what we want. And we don't see what we're capable of either. And guess what? There's so many things that you don't know until you try. Like, what?
Well,
Cody's
grocery
King says,
stores,
don't write them
absolutely.
down. Then there's evidence. That is the opposite of what I said. You want that evidence. You want to put it out there. It's kind of holding you accountable when it's looking you in the eye like, hey, remember me? You wrote me down? Yeah.
And if it's a
Mhm.
goal that you have grown from and you no longer want that goal, because just because it's a goal doesn't mean that it's beneficial or that it's even something good for you.
Mhm.
People can set bad goals. So write it
That's
down so you can look back and be like, man, I have surely grown from there. What was I thinking? Like, why was that even a
Mhm.
priority for me?
I know he's trolling me right now. Hey, Tarus, what do you think about this goal talk? Jump in wherever you want.
Thanks for
We all
inviting
over
me
the
to the
place.
panel
Of
or send the
course.
link.
Thanks for
Yo, I
being
want
here.
to say something, but Big Al just really hit it. Like some people will set goals that completely screw them up in the future, and they don't even realize it because
Mhm.
they're
Let's
so
talk about it.
determined to do something, right?
Mhm.
And then it's like they end up doing something that just makes everything worse.
Oh
Right.
Yeah.
gosh. Yeah,
Man,
what do you
yeah.
guys think about that? Like what
I
these
think
what are
these
some
kids
he
examples of
going
that?
off to these colleges that and they don't know
pers-
what they want to do. They got all this pressure on them, and now they coming out $50,000, $60,000 in debt and can't get a job if they even left with a diploma, a degree.
Mhm.
Good
So
point. That's a good one.
That's what I was about to say. A lot of people go to college and they don't get a return on their investment. That's sometimes a bad goal to have.
biggest
Also,
scam.
an example from a friend of mine pursuing a woman that was a trick, and I'm not going to go into any details. So
Wait. Oh, wait, what? I didn't even hear what you just said. What did you just say? I don't know if you want to
This
repeat
man
it,
there's
tried
this
to
Tyrus.
make a
a
hoe
friend
a
of mine
housewife.
pursued a woman who was a trick.
He
Oh,
tried to make a hoe a housewife.
Yeah,
yeah, we
and
know you
ended
can't.
up costing him a lot of money. That ended up making him homeless. That was a really bad decision for him to make.
Dang, like who did he consult with? He didn't
I
care.
don't know.
Okay.
I'm gonna
What
be real. I don't know.
what I think is interesting is that Mama Carol says, which is a very good point, but this is what I'm going to say. She says, you don't set unrealistic goals that are obtainable. You don't set unrealistic goals. You set goals that are obtainable, something you do not put time limits on. So in Mama Carol, she says she's old enough to be the mother of everybody in here. That does not mean everything, but I hear you. I will respect your wisdom, of course. The thing
Yes.
is, though, is we have a human brain that has evolved to avoid danger and to keep us safe from things that are negative. And you know what's negative right now in our world, in our evolved world? Going to the gym, like, because it feels uncomfortable. It's not what we're used to. And since it's efficient, it wants to be efficient. If we don't go to the gym and we're used to not doing those things, our brain is going to be like, we're not doing this. And you're not going to have the neural pathways to go to the gym, basically. I mean, that's a very short way of saying it. So if you ask your brain or start thinking about setting goals that are obtainable, you think your brain's going to be like, yeah, you should really go after this. Like, no, you're going to set something that's like easy and play it safe.
Mm-hmm.
And Dusto, with you and the wife thing, you're going to have to evolve to fill in the details.
So that
All
means I
those
can't
little
troll no
questions.
more. That
Oh,
means I can't troll.
if it might be
Oh.
cutting into your time with your woman, so maybe.
But I'm gonna find a woman in the back chat of a dust
I
panel with
cannot.
feminists. So if I troll, it's gonna give me more opportunity. What do y'all think?
And then anything
Okay,
I think you know
possible.
what we
You never
think.
know.
So again, if we only do things that we've already done or that we know are possible, we're going to just repeat the past, right?
Yeah, I agree.
So if you couldn't walk, what would you do? Just
Crawl.
not learn to walk? Yeah, you'd
Get a
crawl and never.
wheelchair.
Do a headstand.
Yeah,
So that means I gotta troll. I gotta troll in a different way. Yeah.
Oh yeah, you're
I'm making
Dusto.
progress.
I think the problem is too
I
many
don't know
people
what type of
set
wife you
goals
looking
and then don't
for.
set milestones to achieve the goals.
yes.
Like it's not
So
just
Right.
yeah,
it's just not the goal itself,
it's
but
like the
then
little.
It's
right,
like
it's like the
the
side
bullet
quests, it's the
points in
optionals,
between
the campaign. You know what I mean? It's you got to go
the
through the
race.
process in order for this end game to actually exist.
Right.
And a lot of times,
Yeah.
so people will have the goals, and then what they're looking for is the outline. But then once you start talking about the outline, you're like, well, wait, is that really your goal? Because everything you're talking about in the
Hmm.
outline isn't lining up with what your end vision is. You know?
Right. That's a good point, and that's something too. Like some things you may know, or you may have a plan for that end up not working, but you won't know until you do it. And that's such a good point. There's this 4 circle thing, that I forget who the author is, but and I always talk about it. So it's I don't know how far out it is. Let's say I think it's 90 days. So one circle is 90 days. And then another circle is a month. And then another circle is a week. And then the last circle is a day. So what do you need to be doing today? What's your, I guess, outcome in a week? What are the outcomes you need? Oh, she's been so good. What are the outcomes you need to have in that month to make that ultimate outcome in the year? And if those aren't aligning, or maybe you start doing this and practice, taking action, and you're not starting to see those, you might have to go back to the drawing board, and that's okay. That doesn't mean you failed, but you won't figure it out unless you do it. Does that make sense?
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like
and
I
then the
can
big
say I want
problem
to
is
be a
you'll say, "Oh,
millionaire. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
no, you good." Yeah.
I was gonna say, like, I can say I want to be a millionaire. Okay, but you're not even a thousandaire. So
Right.
how do we jump from nothing to a whole lot of something? Like, let's start a little bit smaller. That's an
Mm-hmm.
unrealistic goal. And so then in 6 months, when I only got $500 saved, and I'm like, damn, it's not looking like I'm gonna hit this millionaire goal. I might as well just give up. Well, you shot yourself in the foot starting off, because where was you getting this money? Where were you earning this money from? What was the plan? Just
Right.
because people are
Hey,
brainwashed
Sally.
now. Hey, girl, hey. People that are brainwashed now, they think that they can just speak everything into existence. All I have to do is manifest it. Like, no, you
Have to
actually have
take
to work for it
action.
also. Like,
Yep.
and then everything is just not for everybody. Just because you say that you want something, it doesn't mean you're going to get it. And it doesn't mean that it's for you. Again, it doesn't mean that it's beneficial for you. And then if you don't have a drive or a passion or inspiration behind something, you kind of fail anyway. You need drive to keep going. You're doing something because you feel obligated, because you feel like other people want you to do it, because this would be nice if I had $1 million. So I'm gonna make that a goal.
Right, but if it's not compelling, or you really get fired up, you have like, you think of the impact of what your life will be like. And this literally doesn't have to be material stuff. I mean, this can be even bettering a relationship with someone.
Hmm.
And yeah, you can't control them, but you can control how you show up in the
Hmm.
relationship. Tyrus, what were you gonna say? And then let's go to Queen Smiley. I
You
think
muted
you're.
Tyrus.
Oh, okay. Wait, you.
They got said everything I was gonna say. So I
Okay.
would actually just focus on like let's talk about it like a specific, because I'm actually glad Mo, I'm actually looking to move into a bigger house. You know what I mean? Like right now, I'm debating between it's an active conversation between just purchasing another house outright, or going through the process of building one. And because I'm also on like trying to increase my dividends and compound interest, I'm trying to weigh whether I can go ahead and just use the pre-approval now, or increase my dividend, because after a certain amount, you could use your dividend income as income for the mortgage approval. You know what I mean? So sometimes it's like decisions like that that I'm trying to weigh, and then come with milestones to increase that. And
Hmm.
so like
That
you and
Yeah.
I,
is.
yeah,
Hey,
Yeah. And
talk
the
to
main thing
a
about
person, that's for
goals,
sure.
The main thing about goals is I think you've actually educated yourself, which is a very good thing because you're starting to learn that type of stuff. And I think that's the main thing that people should do when they set goals is to educate themselves. Do your research, take it step by step, write it down. Like, okay, you were talking about your didividends. You could write that down. You could write down the compound interest, all that good stuff. I think
Like baby,
that is,
it needs to look like that.
it'll look like a big old notebook, look like a scroll.
Yeah,
It needs to look like that.
that's such a good point. And you do start figuring out there, and thank God for the internet, but you figure out what other people have done or what resources are out there or what things you can find. And it saves you time, but also too, even though you don't have this house yet, or maybe the decision yet, you are on your way just by doing a search, just by writing something down or making a phone call. You are taking action. You are working towards your goal. Those are wins. Because again, it's easy to get discouraged, and because we want our reward now, we want to see it. We want to see something tangible. But guess what? And then you're gonna want to give up. So, Queen Smiley, hello. What you got? What do you think of this convo?
I am loving this conversation, and I dropped my phone right before
Oh,
no.
I decided to jump
no.
in. Dang
Oh,
Dang,
on
broke,
Black
is it?
Man.
Oh man.
It's
oh
blaming
wait.
on Black Man. I'm blaming it on him because he
What?
sent me a message.
Oh, I thought it was the pig squeal.
So yeah. No, it's so I missed part of the conversation because what I've been listening in and then also doing some straightening up. I like my Thursdays and Fridays to do my goal of cleaning. So
Yeah.
that's one of my goals for the week is touch the house Thursday, Friday, so my weekends can go a little smooth. So yeah. But great conversation. Holiday eating, it's always a thing. The new year's about to start, so everybody always said they go, oh, I want to lose X amount of pounds. I want to lose, this, that, and the third. I encourage people work on inches. Work on eating in moderation, and then also work on inches. When you don't deprive yourself of something, you won't binge. And so if I missed all of that in conversation, then by all means,
No,
forgive
that's
me for
good.
being repetitive.
No, that's
But yeah,
good.
definitely have a goal for yourself. There's nothing wrong with setting a goal to eat and have a healthier life, right? But then let's also be realistic with ourselves. Because in Cody is King say inches. Yes, inches, because we can work out as much as we want. We can eat, the way we want, but we will see the change in the inches in our body definition as our body begin to change. Because a lot of people say, oh, I'll start doing X amount of work, strength training and all this other stuff. But then you're eating some of the same things, or you starting to eat more protein. Guess what that does? It builds muscle. Muscle weighs more than fat. So you keep getting on the scale and discouraging yourself because you see no changes. But if you would
Right.
tape yourself, you
It
would
would
see
look.
that body be getting like noise.
Yeah,
So
because a pound of fat
inches
is like
matter.
this, but a pound of muscle is like this. So you're going to be tighter, but you're going to
Mhm.
weigh probably the same. You're going to weigh the same.
So yeah,
But yeah, that's
eat once
important.
a day, Stephen. Day you out your mind. You
Oh
killing
no
yourself.
no.
You
Mm-mm.
gotta eat 3 full meals and snack in between. That's why
Is
eating
the
in
other 2 meals
moderation
protein shakes or
matters.
something?
Yeah,
Because
you gotta replace it with something.
Also
Even
count your
if you want to put a
calories too.
yeah,
Yeah,
count your
macros are
calories.
easy.
You
Yeah.
want to eat less than you take in, right? And
Mm-hmm.
so, especially if you're trying to do a major burn, eat less than what you're taking in.
There's
That'll help getting
calculators
that
out there.
body burning real fast. So, yeah. So
Yeah.
y'all do that. And
What's
then
your? Go ahead.
within
I want
goal
to.
setting,
I
go
want to know
ahead,
your
ask me.
goal. I want to know
My,
your goal, busy
I,
lady.
I'm gonna tell you my
Yeah.
goal.
I'm about to
But
drop. I'll see y'all later. I'm about to drop.
All
all
right.
right,
Good
Yeah,
luck
see you,
with
bye,
this,
Dustin.
Dusty.
Gusto. Virtual housewarming.
so
See you
I
later.
appreciate it.
Bro.
I'm gonna be your
uh
coach, Dusto. You're gonna get a woman. Okay, go ahead, please,
oh yeah,
Smiley.
we're gonna get Dusto a woman,
I know.
and she ain't gonna wear wigs or nothing.
I can't.
She might
I'm
wear
not.
lashes too. Okay,
I
Dusto,
can't.
she gonna
I
wear a
can't.
lash.
Right on time.
We promise you, Dusto, we're gonna find you one that don't wear wigs, and if she do, they're gonna be real cute, like Queen Smiley.
Right, they're gonna be natural
Yeah,
looking.
as long as
No,
he's the
no
big old.
inches.
He's so crazy.
But yeah,
What's your goal?
To add to so my goal for the year, I don't set New Year's resolutions. I really don't even set goals. I do vision boards, and I'll do a
Okay.
vision board that lasts for about 5 years. And
Okay,
so
that
I
counts.
did one for 2020, and so it was taking a cruise, getting in a good relationship. I wanted my salary to be a certain amount by a certain period
Measurable.
of time.
Measurable.
I wanted to get my PHR cert, and I wanted to start back on my master's, and I wanted to finish a book and stuff like that. I
Writing or
checked off
reading?
reading.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
I wanted to finish reading because I start books and then I don't finish them. So I got
Hey,
like
that's
I'm in the midst of stories
that's
here, there,
amazing though too.
but I keep track of my stories, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
Pick it back up. But yeah, I've done everything but finish a book and take a cruise. My salary is on the right track. I think I might have 2 years to make it to the goal that I wanted.
The
And
milestones, right?
yeah, and I think I'm on the right track there. So yeah,
That is amazing.
so that's what I do. And so every year, the only thing I ask for every year is for God to prune me. And so what that means for me is I ask him to prune me of things that are not fruitful in my life, things and people.
That is
And so it's all
good.
inclusive. Whatever it is that I can't let go of this year, or that I didn't let go of last year, or whoever it was that didn't need to be here, you know, prune me, because most oftentimes I'm not strong enough to do it myself. And you
Right.
know, so
And close the
individually,
doors that I
yeah,
don't need open.
cut it off. You know, it's like a tree. It's like a rose bush. Cut me
Yep.
off. Cut the people off. Cut the relationships off. Cut the bad habit off. Whatever it is, no matter how hard it hurts, prune me so I can continue to grow and be fruitful. And
Oh, that
so
is good.
that's what I do every year
Ooh.
for the past 3 years. And since then, I've bought a house, bought another car. You know, I even bought a little cash car. Just, you know, it's my little queen machine. It's a
Oh.
2001
Hell
Chrysler
yeah.
convertible, peanut butter leather, peanut butter top, super
Oh,
cute.
that's
Got a
nice.
baby
Yeah.
bit inside and everything. So that's my little boo thing, you know.
Oh, love
So
it.
I bust around the block in her
Okay.
here and there.
Did you name it
Period.
peanut butter? You gotta name
Queen
it like
machine. That's her
Queen
name.
Machine.
Queen
That's
Yeah, that's the
cute.
queen machine.
I
Yeah.
like Reese cup.
It's like the mystery machine, but it's like that's my queen machine.
I love that. That is
So,
amazing. Yeah.
so yeah. Got your
Yeah.
man
It's,
yet? Yes, Mr. Messi, I do have my man. And so I'm working on that relationship also. So I'll keep working on that. But yeah, so those are my things that I work towards every year. So
that is
this
amazing.
year, well, 2023, one true goal. It's not really a goal, but one thing I'm gonna do different in 2023 is I'm gonna do better at birthdays. And so I suck at celebrating life for people. And that's one of the things I love about myself. I love celebrating my birthday, my top favorite holiday. Then it's Christmas, and then it's other, you know, other holidays. But I love celebrating my birthday, and I love to celebrate people's birthday. But I don't always remember them day by day, you know, because like you say, I'm a super busy person, so I'll lose sight of the day before I know it. So I
Yeah.
plan to write down dates this year and setting reminders and getting a stack of cards. And if I don't do nothing but send a little love note, I'm gonna go old school with the stamp and everything,
Oh, I
and
love
start
that.
sending love notes out to people for their birthday. So,
Oh my gosh, you're so. I feel. Do you guys feel that like kind of fuel? Like I'm not trying to be like lame, but like I feel like really that like hearing about all your. Well, this is why I'm a coach. Obviously, I love this shit, but it's like you know what I mean. But I am hard on
It's
people. Like
motivating.
it is.
yeah.
It's
Because Queen
energizing.
Smiley,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
Queen Smiley, it's not just
It is
about the
very
goals,
motivating.
but how
Yeah.
you're projecting it. It like makes me want to go like, yeah, fuck
Like,
it, let's
yeah,
do
I'm
my
going to
shit
get
too.
cards.
Yeah,
I'm going
let's
to
get
do
it.
this shit
Let's
right
go.
Yeah,
now.
I'm about to
I like that.
celebrate everybody's birthday.
Look, Mo finna grab a pen and piece of paper right now. Hey, baby, thinking about you.
Yeah.
Boom.
No, but I
I
remember growing
suck at
up,
birthdays
my
too.
grandma,
Shit.
anytime somebody had a birthday going on and somebody would pass away, she'd walk in the bedroom and come out 2 minutes later with a card and an envelope. And I'm like, where you got a Hallmark back there? And then I remember when we were cleaning out her
Yeah.
house, I went and cause you know, grandmas don't play like get out my room. But we cleaned out her house and she had this big old plastic storage
Oh,
container
yeah.
and it was filled with cards. She had all the cards,
That's
all
what my
the
grandma
gold,
did too.
all the gift wrap. She was
Yes,
ready.
yes, she has that.
Yeah.
Like if we had to get a gift for someone, like when we were in high school and shit, we would go over there to get a bag or something to
Mhm.
put it in. Oh my
Oh
gosh,
yeah.
see, I love that. It's like I
Yeah.
She said, "You stay ready. You ain't got to get
You
ready."
ain't got to get ready.
that's what I'm
Yeah,
trying to
that's
work
one
on,
of
but I
my
gotta make it
mottos.
manageable.
You gotta
Yeah,
stay
because I'm
ready.
bad with that too.
And
This is
so
so good. Go ahead.
before I go, because I ain't gonna stay on long, I'm on noonie duty also. And so the wee tots are sleeping
Oh
right
boy.
now, and they're just the
Yeah.
cutest.
Mhm.
So I keep peeping over there at them.
Wait, what is it?
Noonie duty.
What's
I'm
that
a
mean?
noonie. I'm a noonie. I'm a grandma.
How old are they?
4 months and 3.
Oh, okay.
You'll see them on my
Oh, you
Instagram.
got
They're the
the little
cutest.
baby.
Okay. I was gonna say, okay, cute. All right, go
Look,
on.
I just look this cute. I'm an old lady. But yeah.
You ain't old. You like fine wine right there.
Do you hear me? I'm gonna pour me a glass out the while too.
You know what happened to that black? It just don't crack.
That's a fucking fact. That is a fact.
That's some good genes. But before I go, I just wanted to share this on goals, and I don't know if y'all touched this or not. But setting goals and setting realistic goals and being able to prepare for your future. So I love the fact that people are working on the finances, building homes, getting relationships, and things like that. What I don't want people to do is set yourself up for failure. Okay.
Mhm.
Hmm.
And so that's the biggest part with setting goals. I encourage people, especially if you're just now starting on your journey, to prepare to start setting some milestones for yourself, setting those
Mhm.
goals. Start off with just 5. And these
Mhm.
are, and it's 5 simple things, 5 things that you know you can complete within a month,
Mm-hmm.
2 months, 5, 6 months, a year, and maybe
Mhm.
something that's a long-term goal, maybe just one thing, right?
Yeah.
And
Mm-hmm.
so
Yeah. Just one.
what that does is boost confidence, and it also
Mhm.
gives you a quick checklist, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
Mhm.
if you're starting off with saying, hey, I want to save X amount of dollars, I want to buy a home, I want to start on a relationship, I want to finish a book, I want to get a degree, whatever it is, start with a few of just the small things. What can you do in the next 30 days,
Yep.
60, 90 days? That's one thing, right? And then what can you do in 6 months to a year? That's 2 things. And if it's quick things, I don't even care if it's, I need to go renew my registration. Put that
Right.
as a damn goal, because guess what?
It's,
I be forgetting that, and it's
for some
hard to
people,
get
it's
over there to
heavy.
do it. You
Don't
know,
wait
Yeah.
till you get pulled over. Don't wait till you
you
get
got to
pulled
take the
over.
time out your schedule.
And
You
then
got to
you hate
take off
yourself
work.
for
You got
not
to
doing.
sit in that
And
lobby for
you
7
crying to the
hours.
officer.
Yeah.
Please, officer, sir.
And don't have
Mhm.
to go into the office to do it. Oh man, you going to the DMV to do that.
Oh
You better
yeah.
put that on your list of things to do, because that's a
Seriously,
whole
plan a
day out of
day.
your life,
Right.
right? So pick things that you know you can take care of that are quick.
Mhm.
Don't put yourself in the situation where you've made this massive list and this list of shit is stressing you out.
And now you feel like a failure and
And
you
now
can't do
you
nothing.
thank you, Big
Yeah, and
Al.
then you
You feel like
quit,
you're
Yeah.
going, and then you
and
quit.
and then you throw out the rest of your year because you're like, I already effed up the
Mm-hmm.
beginning of the year, which don't do, by the way. That's another show we can talk about. But if you guys haven't read Atomic Habits, or if you subscribe to James Clear's newsletter, it's amazing. Were you gonna say anything else, Queen Smiley? I'm sorry. Before I,
That's it.
before I
Make
shout
it.
out DL, because he's, I can't with him.
He wants this song so bad.
White chocolate, I cannot. I know he's about to hit it soon, but thank you so much, Queen Smiley. Like
Yeah,
you just bring so much value, and
Light.
yeah,
Yes.
that's what I'm here
seriously,
Yeah.
for.
you're
Y'all be blessed.
inspiration. You
Shout out to the
too.
panel, Coach K, Big Al, for y'all having these conversations. I love, love, love it. Glad to see you, Tarus, Mosi. Nice to meet you. And
Nice
I
to meet
definitely
you.
love what you got going on. He said he trying to get like he was 21. It's me. Okay, Mosi, get fun. Gotta get fun. Shout out to the chat. And I'm gonna stop being messy and keep tuning in. Y'all have a good one.
You
You
too.
too.
Bye,
See you,
bye,
Queen.
Grammy. All right. So I don't know if Black Man's
I want
back
to
there.
piggyback off
Go ahead.
of something Queen Smiley said. I feel like it's kind of like, when you start playing, when you get a new video game. I don't know if you guys are gamers, but I'm not really a gamer, not anymore,
Uh,
anyways. But
my guy
you
is playing
know,
In
Call of Duty right
moderation.
next
yeah.
to me.
So, but when you first pop it in, and you on level one is easy. You like boom, all right, level 2, and then as you keep going, it gets harder and harder. But if you turned it on at level 1 and they was on crazy shit, you would be like, oh no, this game tripping. I ain't got time for this. I can't beat this. I can't do this. But you done already got through levels 1 through 5. Now you invested. Now you in it. Now you got to keep going. You didn't got killed. You got to keep going. You got to start over. You got to start from the beginning. And it's like, just because you set a goal doesn't mean that you're going to succeed at it the first time around. And that's why it's important to do your research and, again, have passion behind it and drive, because if this is something that you really want, just like a relationship, you have to be understanding that you may fail. You may lose every single thing that you've invested into this. But if it's what you want and you believe in it and you're good at it and you have a passion for it, you keep going. You have to keep going. If you don't feel like fighting for it, then why are we here in the first place? And again, like I think that was Tarus that was talking about, do your research when it comes to mortgages. Like I started off, I work in the banking industry, and I started off in mortgage servicing. And those phone calls, I was customer care. Those phone calls that I used to get, I used to be on the phone like, so you didn't read the note, you just signed it, huh? They told you was approved and you ain't asked no questions, huh? Because you real confused. I'm talking about people got these arm loans and they interest rate jumping up 5-6%, and they like, why did my payment increase $700? Well, sir, not that we didn't send you a letter to let you know, but it clearly states in the note that you signed. And they're like, oh, well, they didn't tell me that. It don't matter what they told you. You signed it. It's ultimately your responsibility. And if it's something that if you want to buy a house, you have to understand the market, the taxes and insurance can go up and down. The interest rate, depending on what type of loan you get, that can fluctuate.
The principal, all that good stuff.
Yeah, you could have a natural weather disaster hit, and a lot of people, like when Michigan had all them floods.
Yeah, I was just talking about Red Cross. Like,
Michigan properties are not in flood zones, and a lot of insurance companies will not allow you to carry flood insurance on a property that's not in the flood zone.
Get renter's insurance, by the way, people that rent.
Yeah, you got insurance, but baby, it don't cover none of this damage. So, do you have your rainy day fund together? Do you have your shit together? If it's something that you really want, you have to understand like what type of commitment and investment that you're making. And just because you have these blueprints and these thumbprints and you're hitting them off, it don't mean that you won't miss one or two. But if it's something that you really want, you got to keep going for it.
Yeah, and what I'll say, and then we're gonna do final thoughts, and hopefully Black Man plays White Chocolate. Thank you again, DL. He said time for a music break. White Chocolate, please. That boy good. Salute to the panel. What's the weather like at home, Deer Park? Let me look that up. When he plays that song. When he plays it, I'll look it up.
It's ghetto over here. I'll tell you that.
I mean, it's rainy and yucky, but so what we're gonna do final thoughts. But what I was gonna say is too, there's gonna be obstacles for sure. You kind of just have to be honest with yourself. You want your goal to stretch you, but because it's a goal, it's something that you want to achieve, and it's something that you haven't done or whatever, it's going to require you to get uncomfortable. Know your reasons why you want this. Why really? Like, why do you want this? Okay, well, why do you, and then your answer, well, why do you want that? Here's another answer. Like, you want to really keep breaking down your answer. Who will you need to be in order to achieve it? Again, that's different than who you are now. And what will you be thinking and feeling and and behaving? That's different. And then your result is going to be different. But regardless, there's a lot of steps to it, but just keep going. Ask for help. I mean, you can always send me an email or whatever. I'm on Instagram.
Also, while you're doing that brainstorming, if you find that you're answering these questions with, I don't know, well, that doesn't really sound.
That's not an answer.
But if I'm saying if that's what you're coming up with, like, well, I don't really want to do that, but I know I need to do that in order to do this. Maybe this is not your goal. Why you have to understand why you're doing something.
Yes.
If you can't answer that question at the very beginning of the brainstorming process. Baby, go back to the drawing board. Maybe this is not it.
That's a great That's a
You
great
looking at
point.
what
And
Peter and
don't
Paul got going on over here, and you're not Peter or Paul. So
that's a great point. That is a great point. So we'll just go into final thoughts. Unfortunately, because we got about 10 little under 10 minutes. Mo, do you want to start? And then we'll go to Tarus, and then me and Big Al will wrap it up.
I think the main thing is when you're setting a goal, you also have to know that you're going to go through trials and tribulations. You're going to go through the fire. You're going to go through a lot of things. But I was at this men's conference for my church. He was talking about being forged by fire. When you're forged by fire, you become stronger. You become a better person out of this. And not only that, you want to set other goals, and you think to yourself, man, this wasn't that hard. You know, once I go through a certain situation, what else? What can be thrown at me? So
Right.
don't let yourself be discouraged if you seem like you're going to fail at a goal. That's just a part of the trials and tribulations we
Yep.
go through in life. No
we
one's immune to
living.
it. I go through it. Big Al, Coach K, Tyrus, we
Yep.
all go through it.
Part of
So
it.
just keep
And you can cry
trucking
too.
ahead. Just keep
You can
fighting.
cry. You can cry about it. It's okay.
Right.
Just keep going. Just keep going.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, that's all I got to say. But honestly, just don't let yourself be discouraged. That's just God putting you through the fire to make you stronger, and he will forge you into a better person.
Yep. Hey, rooting for you, Mo, and thank you for joining us. I'm so excited for you. Definitely keep us updated with that. I'll be checking in, that's for sure.
No,
All
Girl,
thank
you
you.
right.
gotta come to the
Thank you.
virtual housewarming.
Yeah, I will
I
invite you guys to
know.
a housewarming.
I know. You too, Tarus. All right. Thank you, Mo. And Tarus, your final thoughts.
Hey guys, once again, thanks for allowing me on the panel. Folks, everything you heard was great advice. It's good. This is great coaching. It's great pep talk. It's great motivation. For finances, the first thing you guys want to do, get a spreadsheet open. Open up that Excel. Open up that spreadsheet on your MacBook. Write down every single bill, every single debt you got to pay. The reason why you need to write that down is because you need to see that in black and white. You
Yeah.
need to see what your budget looks like in black and white, not just what it looks like when it's coming out.
Don't push it to the back of your head no
Right.
more.
Yep.
And that total,
Look.
it's a rude awakening.
Yep. Look at that total. Look at your income before, after
And
taxes.
sit down.
Look at everything that comes out, and then go, am I really in poverty, or do I spend my money on a lot of stupid shit? Some people are in just horrible situations.
Right.
Mhm.
But let's be clear, this is America.
Right.
We love having people talking about they're struggling with their brand new iPhone 12s on someone's Wi-Fi.
That's a good
So-
point.
So
Bars,
evaluate
literally.
everyone. Yep. So everyone, please.
Eating out every day.
If your New Year's resolution, if one thing you can do, start with put your budget in black and white.
Yes. Oh, that is good. That is seriously good, and it's gonna be really uncomfortable. But
And look, I'm like, but I don't want to.
exactly. But you need to, because guess what? You're only pushing that off, and you're gonna have a bigger issue down the road, right?
But
But
then I'm gonna start buying so much of the stuff that I'm buying.
you got to look at it. That's such good advice, and we're rooting for you, Tarus. And I know you're going to be on the panels, and we're going to be seeing you. Keep us updated. That is so awesome, and I can't wait to hear,
Yes.
because that's something I want to know too. But I'm not there yet, so I'm not asking the questions yet. But eventually. So thanks again for joining us, and we'll see you next time. All righty.
Okay.
So final thoughts. Okay, here we go. Hit it.
Okay.
I already read it, but by the way, DL, thank you again. It is 42 here in the Natty. It's just gross,
Ooh.
and
I think it's 38 here. So y'all got a couple more degrees.
66% humidity. It's disgusting here. But so he says, time for a music break. White chocolate, please. That boy good. Salute to the panel. What's the weather like at home, Deer Park? All right. You gonna play?
got a red room. It's the red hour when the sunset's in my bedroom. Oh, it feels like I'm me inside a flower. It feels like I'm inside my eyelid. It feels like I'm me inside a flower. Yeah.
Talk about, like, I just can't get over. First of all, I love the songs lately, but also like humans are just so amazing. Like, I just can't get over, like, he had to learn. I was literally just thinking he had to learn all that stuff, and I'm sure it was really
the facial
hard.
expressions for me. He was really.
I
feminine.
try not to go there. I try not to go there.
Oh no, he was feminine. That was in his soul. That boy
see.
got soul.
I try. My brain is
He
like,
let his
look at
soul
it.
glow. He let his soul glow. That's what he did. That's what he did right there. That's what that was. That was his soul glow.
'Cause all my life you have been faithful. Come on, get track. And all my life you have been so good. Every breath that I am I'm gonna see every good
He
With the lemon
knew.
pepper steppers. That was the lemon pepper steppers.
He knew, because that's another video where my brain was like, look at those people trying to dance. Like, look at them. And I'm like, no, I don't want to do it. And I just had to. You guys will never be the same, and you'll always think of me. I know it. Thanks, Black Man. That is the best. All right, Big Al, what you got to close us out on this topic?
I'm gonna keep it real short and sweet. Anything worth having is worth fighting for and investing in. So do that and be nice to yourself. And in order to be nice to yourself, you have to be honest, you have to be accountable, and you have to be serious about what it is that you're investing in. You owe that to yourself. And that's all I got. That's it. That's about it.
Ooh, that is good. Last thing I have is you'll just shock yourself with what you're capable of. It's not a talent you're just born with or something like that. It really is just repetition and passion and commitment. And that doesn't mean you don't have bad days, but you just decide each day to keep going and that you're going to do it. And maybe down the road, you might have to pivot, but that's okay. I think everything works out as it's supposed to. But don't limit your own potential because of your own, limiting beliefs. So got to manage those thoughts and make sure they're serving you. And yeah, be nice to yourself. That is for sure. I need to hear that. That is sure. So thank you guys again for joining us on Black Man Unfiltered Network. We're here every Thursday, 7:45 Eastern time, and then 6:45 Central. We're Eastern, so sorry. And we're just talking about goal setting. Definitely hit the replay. Share with anyone that is talking about setting goals but isn't or needs to. I don't know. And reach out to me or Big Al if you have questions. Black Man has his email for any topic ideas or whatever. Thank you everyone for joining us, and we'll see you next time.
See you next time.